So is the tree so big it covers the whole of Azeroth? So what I think they're going with is that world trees are quite big, powerful, and they have like the roots going for like very deeply into Azeroth itself. So I think that's what they're going with. That through the tree, through the Emerald Dream, which is supposed to like navigate the wildlife of Azeroth, the nature, its flow. That through it, infusing it with fire, they can, you know, dominate the world and burn it to a crisp. Now you might wonder, why doesn't Firak just fly across the world and burn everything down? Why doesn't he activate volcanoes across the world? Why doesn't he do this, do that? Like, yeah, there's a million different things he could have done.
No, I'm just resting my eyes.
But at the same time, this is a plan that they're following through, right? Like, this is a thing that he set his sights on.
On you to munch up all your leaves.
So, you know, you could ask a similar question, like, why didn't Deathwing do things differently and win during the Cataclysm? It's just not how it goes. This is the plan that they got. So this is the plan that we follow. Isn't the Emerald Dream supposed to be another dimension? Yes, we are in a different dimension right now.
Just a few.
So similarly how we played in like the Elemental Plane of Earth for the Firelands and all that, we are now in the Emerald Dream. Not the first time either. We've done this in Legion during the raid. So that's where we are right now. I wonder if they will tell us what Sargeras is up to. Sargeras stabbing Azeroth was plan B. What was plan A? Where did the part come from that stabbing Sargeras was plan... where did the part come from that stabbing Azeroth was plan B? Where did that come from? He had time to stab it before we stopped him and was doing something? Oh, the hump in the planet bit. I mean, did he have time to stab it? I don't know. At the same time, he also left his handprint somewhere on the world, and we don't find his handprint. Look, a massive titan started to dry hump Azeroth and then stabbed her with his massive sword. It's a little bit out there.
Slumber and dream.
But safe to say, all that we know right now is that murdering Azeroth was his #1 plan. He wanted to destroy the planet, similar to how he's done that with the Void Elf planets. So I wouldn't say that the taking out Azeroth was plan B, that he was trying to do something else. Like, they might, but at this point in time, I would say, like, nah, plan A, and we just pulled him back in time before he was able to finish it. Let's also not forget that during the Antorus raid, they were supposed to tell us, like, look up into the sky, and you can see the clouds slowly but surely moving closer and closer. I think that's more the idea, that just before he was able to finish his plan, we pulled him out and he materialized, and, yeah. Plan A was corrupting Azeroth. No, that was the Void's plan. The Void wanted to corrupt Azeroth. Sargeras wanted to destroy Azeroth. So the way that this worked, and this is something they can work with, I can actually change the audio so you don't have to hear that. So the way that it works is that our boy Sargeras used to fight against the demons in the Great Dark Beyond, right? Like, he was the champion of the Pantheon, together with Agramar, brothers in arms, perhaps brothers more. They fought against the demons, and when he figured out that the demons have, like, resurrection from the Twisted Nether, he decided to imprison them on the world of Mardum. Imprisonment instead of destruction. Eventually, and the old lore says that Sargeras, he just became hopeless. His mission of fighting the darkness in the universe took forever. The universe was really big, and over time, his heart was darkened. Even before that, the lore was that the Eredar corrupted him. However, the new lore, as we have it from the Chronicles, is that Sargeras, on his mission through the Great Dark Beyond, he comes across a planet infused with infused with a Titan soul, a slumbering world soul. Similar like Azeroth, there was a Titan planet out there, and it was having a little nappy new. Even worse, it was infected with the Old Gods. Now, the Old Gods are forces of the Void Lords. The Void Lords, they saw the Titans and their orderly way of life, and they got jealous. And they went, ooh, those darn Titans and their order. Grrr. So they tried to corrupt them, right? but they couldn't because they're titans. So then they were like, well, maybe we can take one that's still sleeping. But like the titans, the Void Lords did not know which planets contained a titan soul. So they got together and they worked hard and they manifested into the physical universe what we know as the old gods, who went pew, 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 all across the great dark beyond, everywhere in the Warcraft universe. Old gods, you get an old god, you get an old god. Crashing on random ass planets. Most of them were empty. Some of them they got lucky and had a titan soul inside. Like Azeroth. Like the planet that our Sargeras just found. On the planets were Dreadlords, and this is where something from the Shadowlands can actually be incorporated and made kind of interesting. The Dreadlords were chilling on that planet, infected by the old gods. Sargeras picked them up, tortured them, and asked them what the hell was going on. And it was the Dreadlords who told him what they learned from the old gods. That the Void wants to corrupt the Titan soul, and, you know, if a Titan soul corrupted would wake up, it would destroy the universe. They put fear inside of the champion of the Pantheon. But we now learn that the Dreadlords actually come from the Shadowlands, and that they were working for Denethrius / the Jailer. Could it be that they were full of Would that be an interesting storyline? I don't know. On the one hand, kinda. On the other hand, it would very much be like, yo, Sargeras, sorry about your millennia-long burning crusade, but that was all based on a lie. Regardless, that is speculation. What we know at this point in time is that the Dreadlords told him about, you know, the old gods, what they learned, and that the old gods wanted to corrupt a Titan soul. So our boy Sargeras yoinked out his swords and split that planet in two, like it was nothing. That planet, out of here! Get out of here! And that planet is the planet that the Void Elves, if you play a Void Elf, God, what is it called? It's not Karesh, is it? The planet that the Void Elves are playing on is speculated, I think it's confirmed by now, that is the planet that Sargeras actually destroyed. That Void Titan planet. Telogris, there you go. Thank you. Oh yeah, Telogris Rift, ain't it? Yeah. That is the planet that Sargeras destroyed. So then, our boy Agramar comes across Azeroth. And instead of, you know, Azeroth, similar story, infected by the old gods, he could hear her dream, he could hear her song, he could see the corruption. But instead of destroying her, the Pantheon decided we're gonna give this Titan soul a chance at life. So they did battle, they imprisoned the old gods, right? Like they took us a lesson out of Sargeras' book. They imprisoned the old gods and they gave Azeroth a chance to grow and give birth. Then they told Sargeras, like, hey, listen, everything fine and dandy. We know that your way of doing things is destroying it, because in Sargeras' mind, he thought that a universe had given birth to life before. If that Void Titan would wake up, she would devour all of it. If he destroyed it, it might have a chance to reset. That was his way of thinking. And the Pantheon was like, nah, we could also try to cleanse them, right? Like we could try and imprison the old gods, or we could try to fix them. And from knowing that, Sargeras, well, first of all, he just fucking killed the Pantheon. GG Sargeras. Because he did the whole Fel Infusion, make his Burning Legion, yada yada yada. And then he went on the quest of, let me go find Azeroth and destroy her. And that's the origin of the Warcraft story. So that's why the Burning Legion just comes for Azeroth time and time again. We learned in Mr. Pandaria that he is the final Titan. We learned that from Rephion, who eats the heart of the Thunder King. And we learned that the Thunder King has taken the powers of Lei Shen, the Keeper. And Lei Shen, the Keeper, actually found out what happened to Aman'Thul and the others. So he knew that the Titans were dead. Like, that's what the reason why Lei Shen was so depressed. Which is also really sad why Lei Shen got devoured by the Black Empire back in Battle for Azeroth. But, you know, neither here nor there. Lei Shen's story is so... Not Lei Shen, Raden's, sorry. Raden's story is so sad. Anywho, nobody remembered we must rebuild the final Titan. But apparently Azeroth is the final Titan. So, the thing is, we have fixed her. Yeah, I know the meme, we can fix her, but we have fixed her. We have cleansed Azeroth from the old gods, meaning that Sargeras' fear of, oh my god, there's going to be a Titan corrupted waking up is gone, because apparently she's the last one. Now, Does that mean that she's gonna remain the last one? I don't really know, but, you know, for now she's the last one. So does he still have a reason to be all scared and corrupted and burning legion-y, right? But point being, his plan was definitely to strike down Azeroth. Like, that was... Our boy wanted to do one thing, and that's what he wanted to do. Now, with every story right now, as they've made it so that the chronicles are no longer set in stone, they've made it that the chronicles are from a point of view. Every story that I tell you comes with the asterisk of this is information that we learned from a point of view, right? But I don't want to tell stories that way, because that is really annoying. So I'm giving you the information that we have, and of course, keep in mind, it can always change.